Welcome back to the Zach Knows Podcast. I'm Zach Hollins. Today I got a real special guest from, I would say, not only for myself, but for where I'm from, John. I've known this dude, I would say, probably since I was like in high schoolish. And so to watch his growth, let me just run off to you his stats for his college career. And majority of this came in his senior year because he just gradually got better. But he had 98 solo tackles, 184 total tackles, 36 tackle for loss, 14 sacks, 2 INTs, 7 forced fumbles. That's at his career at Oregon. Now we're going to get to the journey to how he got to Oregon. He had a nice little journey through high school, whatever. He's from Hollins, to say the least. Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm just Justin. I would like to just say thank you to Zach. Shout out to my boy Zach for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, so describe your high school, because you, like me, we went to a couple of places, and then you ultimately found your home in Arlington Martin, but it took you a little minute to get there. So describe that feeling for me.
Just throughout high school, it was a little frustrating at times. My freshman year I was at skiing in high school. I was having fun. I was making jumps from like freshman, JV to varsity and stuff like that. And then I ended up going to Grace Prep. My parents pulled me, and then I went to Grace Prep for a couple of years. And I ended up going to Martin. Kind of building the powerhouse of a defense over there. And I'll just say it was all around, great learning experience for me. It kind of got me comfortable being uncomfortable, always moving around, always having to prove myself and, things of those lines.
Now, let me paint the picture for the people, Justin. We're not talking about somebody that's normal, John. We're talking about somebody. How tall you is, Justin? 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, 6'5".
6'5". He probably, at the combine, what you weigh, like 250?
248, yeah.
Okay, so in high school, he about 220. He played defensive line on the same D-line as Myles Garrett. But this is not the only thing he did. He ran track. If I'm not mistaken, he ran a 10.5. Then turned around and ran a 22 in high school. And was on y'all qualified for state, didn't y'all, for the 4x1? So we talking about a huge athlete. Now, like you said, you want to go to Martin, build a powerhouse. So describe to me your favorite high school football memory.
Honestly, my favorite high school memory, it'd have to be when I blocked the kid. I kind of shot through this gap and just went up. Next thing you know, the ball done hit me in my elbow, and we done blocked the kid. We get the ball at the 5-10-yard line, and we score off of that. And I would say that was just like a nice moment for me, honestly, because it just put on film. I could also go play special teams and stuff to help me with colleges. Because when you're playing football and you're trying to make a team, on the college level, NFL, any of that, special teams always comes first, first year guys.
Definitely.
Just a way to make the roster and make the team, things of those nature. So it just kind of really emphasized that for me.
Okay.
Put me in a better spot.
Moving along, I said you played at Oregon. What made you choose Oregon?
At the time, it just seemed like the best fit for me, football-wise, it also gave me an opportunity to get away from, home, be on my own, become my own man, not having necessarily family to lean on so easily, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to get out and experience the world a little bit, going from the south to the west coast, kind of Pacific Northwest. So
okay, now we're gonna lighten it up a little bit. What was the favorite jersey that you had whenever you was out there?
My favorite jersey, it'd have to be I would say the breast cancer ones when we played Nebraska my junior year. I think that was 17.
Yeah.
It was midday. We had the chrome. It was the first time we brought back the chrome helmet. We was iced out. It was clean because I was supposed to got to help design those with the kids.
Yeah.
With Dornbacher and stuff like that. So
now, off of the field, what was probably the best thing you got that was Oregon related? Whether it be whichever shoe you would like, whatever you would say the best memorabilia that you got.
Honestly, just building relationships with people that could help me in the future after football.
Yeah.
Things of those natures. I met a lot of people at Nike. I met people who went to Oregon and have their own foundations, things of those nature, alumni. I just have to say relationships, building those relationships. Because when you get older, it's all about who you know. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So. That's how we're doing this right now. But no, you went the full length of your career, and you had a little you had ups and downs. So what helped you persevere through that whole time and made you because like you said, you went to the Pacific Northwest, and you could have easily tried to get your way back home. What made it for you to want to stay at Oregon and complete that journey?
Well, growing up, my mom always told me, once you start something, you always finish what you start. You never give up just because things get hard, or just because you run into tough times. That's where you're defined as a man, and I just wanted to stick it out because, honestly, I went there because of the school, and I didn't go there just for, a coach or, or anything like that. I went there for, the program. I went there for the culture, all those type of things. And,
yeah.
it was just one of those things for me. It just kind of fell back on my foundation and stuff like that. And I just wanted to finish it out because I really enjoyed myself up there, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I've seen too many cases where people try to transfer stuff like that, and it just doesn't work out for them.
Now, describe to me the most stressful part of the draft process, because the people I've had on before, they've been unrestricted free agents, like they signed post draft. So describe to me, you went through the full process, East-West Shrine game, you went to the combine. So describe to me your process and what was the stressful part about it?
I would say the most stressful part was really, just trying to prove everybody wrong on like the negatives of your game, because everybody's a critic when it's coming to like the draft process. Just always having to talk to people and try to convince people and that what they're saying, what some people saying wrong, this and that, because they always trying to pick your brain, staying on your A game when it comes to talking to everybody, because you there's a couple instances people were at airport. I was at the airport one time going to the combine, and there was people there for NFL teams, but they were sitting there trying to listen and like hear what you're saying and like try to figure out what you say, like when cameras and coaches aren't in your face and stuff like that, and trying to see what type of person you are. And then just the stress of just trying to figure out where you're gonna go. Honestly, just the stress trying to figure out where you're gonna go. That's pretty hard. Dude. You don't know what's gonna happen draft day. It's a toss up. Honestly, if you're not projected first pick, stuff can happen all the time.
Okay, so now describe to me being drafted. Who called you, John Elway?
Yeah, Elway called me. It was an amazing. It was a blessing from God because, it's always been one of my dreams to be called on draft day, to be drafted by an NFL team and stuff like that. It was just unbelievable, man. It's a moment I'll never forget. It was crazy.
Now, y'all just finished camp, right? Y'all finished mini camp?
Yeah, we just finished mini camp, OTAs, and rookie mini camp.
How was that?
Oh, it was pretty cool. I mean, it was coming up to the Mile High City. It was a little different. It was a little different with the elevation and stuff like that. But it took me like a week to get adjusted, and then after that, I was all good. I was breathing heavy when I first got here, but I fought through it and made a little impact.
Now, I would say at every stop, you've really been surrounded by greatness, whether it be in high school, in college, you followed behind some dudes that went drafted high, and then now you get to play with the likes of Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. So how has that motivated you?
It just puts me in a position of just learn all the time. See how they run things, how they play the game, things of that nature. It just gives me an opportunity to learn. Just take things in, incorporate it into my game, see what it takes, and just all around just try to be better.
Now, this wasn't on the list, but I want to know, what do they have you playing?
Oh, I'm playing inside and outside right now.
Okay. And what type of defense y'all run?
We run a base 3-4, and then I got an inside there and like nickel.
Now, last thing, we kind of touched on it, but just tell me, what's 3 things you'll take away from football whenever it's over?
Commitment, just hard work and dedication, honestly, because those 3 right there is kind of like the base. It's kind of like the foundation of any football player. They learn how to be committed, be a little selfless, always put the team first, work hard, and just dedicate yourself to like your craft. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to be the best that you're trying to be.
Who you got for the night?
For the night, man, I'm going with the Raptors. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm going for the Raptors. I don't really like Golden State too much. Because LeBron, I'm a LeBron fan. So when they didn't took my man LeBron out a couple times, they didn't kind of hit me in the wrong way. So.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time, Justin. Thank you for letting me have you on my podcast.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man, for having me, dog.
No problem. I'm gonna keep in touch with you. This is Zach Knows Podcast, and we out.